Good morning and welcome to the last episode of Daybreak for this semester. I'm Alexis Adams.
And I'm Brittany Lawfer. Find out what organization here at Point Park is having an easier time with their budget than the state of Pennsylvania is.
And it looks like the Disney Pixar is creating another sequel to one of its beloved movie series. Which one is it and what can we expect to see it in theaters?
And with the holidays almost here, we have a fun game prepared for the UView staff to send us into the holiday season.
Daybreak starts right now. And we are back to do this one last time, for me at least, and let's talk about this weather. It has been cold.
It's too cold for me.
Now you finally agree with me?
It's freezing.
It's too cold. Hopefully Aubrey has some better news for us. Aubrey, can I get a little bit of summer?
You will get a little bit of summer. This week temperatures are pretty warm for December. On Monday, the high will be 50 with a low of 35. On Tuesday, the high is 49 with a low of 42, but there will be some rain on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the high is 50, the low is 39. And on Thursday, it's about the same, 51 with a low of 38. But on Friday, things start to warm up even more. So on Friday, the high will be 55 degrees and the low will be 40. Saturday is pretty much the same, high 53, low of 32. And on Sunday, it gets a little bit colder, but still pretty warm with a high of 48 and a low of 32, but there will be rain. So keep an eye out for that, but definitely warm temperatures since it's December. Back to you guys at the couch.
With the semester quickly dwindling down, the United Student Government recently held its last meeting to resolve budget issues for the clubs. The USG handled the reimbursement of John P. Harris Film Society's budget and its own internal budget. With the budget problems, officers of the JPH funded events for their club out of the pocket for the whole semester. At the beginning of the fall semester, USG was allotted a budget of $50,000 to allocate funds to clubs and organizations. So far, USG has given out $21,000 but has remaining of $28,000 to spend. It's looking as if approximately $6,600 will be left over at the end of the semester, which will be placed back into the Student Activity Fund if not used.
Artists swept into Pittsburgh this past weekend for Pittsburgh's first and largest annual craft fair, the Handmade Arcade. The fair was held this past Saturday at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. Over 100 artists and crafters gathered to show off and sell their handmade work. Jewelry, clothing, posters, home decor, wooden objects, etc. filled the convention hall. The Handmade Arcade was founded in 2005 by a group of 8 women and 30 to 35 vendors was 30 to 35 vendors to over 150 vendors this year. For more information on Handmade Arcade, visit their website at handmadearcade.com.
Finals week starts today with the university finishing up all classes on Fridays. Students can receive their grades on Point Web by Thursday, December 17th. Daybreak reporter Tashea Thompson has some great tips on how you can prepare for all of your exams.
It's now time to start planning and prepare yourself on how to study. Here's a few tips from FastWeb, an online educational resource for college students. You should try getting about 8 hours of sleep each night and eat a healthy breakfast or snack to keep you energized.
A lot of studying. I know the library is open extra hours this week, so I plan on spending all of my nights there. I'll be in the lab writing papers and really trying to stay out of my room because I know I will fall asleep if I stay there.
Second, studying in groups with your classmates is always helpful. You might not know all the answers, and they are there to help.
I'm pretty much trying to get everything done as soon as possible, so I'm not stressing myself out or making sure that I don't put too much pressure on myself. I want to take everything nice and slow.
Lastly, take a 15 to 20 minute break each study session. You don't want to cram everything at once. If you follow these tips, I'm sure you'll do just fine with your finals. Reporter for Point News, I'm Tashea Thompson.
If you are returning to Point Park University, you will begin the spring semester on Monday, January 11th. UVU's first meeting will be held during the first week on Thursday, January 14th in the television studio. Show auditions will be discussed as needed, and as well as for information for all the new shows and returning UVU members. All UVU shows will resume during the second week of the semester.
Apparently, the crew from Magic Mike is not as close as they seem on the big screen.
Kyle Anthony has more on which two of the double XL have a problem with each other.
Thanks, guys. We'll start off this report talking about something that we all love, and that's a good bromance. We think of bromances from Magic Mike. We think of Channing Tatum's bromance with Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. It was beautiful. Well, Tatum did not have the same kind of love for Magic Mike co-star Alex Pettyfer, because according to Pettyfer, Tatum hated him and used to slam him and talk down to him. So I guess we could say that Channing Tatum isn't a bromantic anymore. Now we will go out to one of my favorite actresses, Courtney Cox. She has had some trouble finding love since her relationship with Chandler ended on Friends. Courtney Cox called off her engagement to Johnny McDavid. According to the two, they were not able to make things work out in the end. Come on, Courtney, go back to Chandler. Time to end on a happy note. It's official! There will be a fourth Toy Story. Tom Hanks said that he will be the voice once again of Woody. Early in the year, Hanks hinted that there would be a fourth movie, and now it's finally happening, and he is officially being it. Yes! And the release date is supposed to come sometime in 2018. I know I'm excited to see Woody, Buzz, Rex, and the rest of the crew back for another journey. Back to Alexis and Brittany at the couch.
Well, you made that sound completely awesome, but coming up after the break, we will speak with one of our own here at UVU about the super new documentary he completed.
And one social media giant CEO is donating money to a good cause. The reason why he is donating billions of dollars.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to.
Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single?
Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week?
No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. No matter what your guilty pleasure is, we've got you covered.
Entertainment on Point. Get to the point of pop culture.
Yeah!
Welcome back to Daybreak. Alexis is off getting some milk and cookies for Santa. But right now we are joined by our very own Sam DiGregorio to talk about his new documentary. So thank you for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
So you did a documentary. It was for a class, correct?
Yeah, it was for Tim Hudson's, my instructor Tim Hudson's advanced television production class, where he basically said at the beginning of the semester, by the end of this, you have to make a short form documentary. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I gotta come up with something. So I found out about the local Pittsburgh Smash Brothers scene because I've always loved the game, and I contacted some people who play there, And I told him, like, hey, I want to make a documentary. Then I heard about this big tournament coming up, and I was like, cool, I can try to make something out of this.
That's really neat. How did you even know that there's tournaments for this? I mean, I remember playing when I was a really little kid, but I haven't seen it in years.
Well, what happened was a year ago, actually, exactly before I started this, I started watching professional Smash Brothers gameplay on the tournament called the Big House 4. And then, a year later, when I started this, they were going to go to the tournament at the Big House 5. And so I thought, I've been watching it for a whole year, and I decided, well, I want to take a crack at this, because there was also another big Smash documentary that came on YouTube about 2 years ago, and I thought, hey, I could try this. Might be pretty cool.
I got to glimpse a little bit of it. It looked like people were having a blast. They were getting so into the game.
Yeah, people really get hyped up for this game. It's
more than even football games.
Yeah,
I swear, they were going crazy.
It's pretty crazy. And it's funny about Pittsburgh too, is they were emphasizing how Pittsburgh is basically like the craziest region. There's actually a player, he's the player from Sweden. There's this player Armada from Sweden who he placed first in the huge tournament that the documentary took place at, and he made in a Facebook post saying how Pittsburgh's basically like the most annoying region to meet at tournaments, because apparently they're so loud and they hype everybody up. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
What's the prizes? Like, what can people win by being in these tournaments?
Well, in this one in particular, the prize pot was close. I know the winner got more than $10,000 of the tournament. And then Abate, the main subject of my documentary, he came in 7th, and he was offered a sponsorship by like professional game teams. They have a bunch of players that play a bunch of different games, and when they do well, they get approached by companies like people who make, like Microsoft and Sony to sponsor their games and software and hardware and systems and stuff like that.
I didn't even know that all existed.
Yeah, it's kind of new. Like esports have really only in the past 5 or so years have gotten really pretty big. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Can you tell us a little bit about the main interview in your documentary, the band that came in 7th place?
Yes, Stephen Abate. He's a Luigi player, and if you're not familiar with Smash, Luigi, like the little brother of Mario in the Nintendo games, he's not one of the better characters in Smash Brothers, but Pittsburgh is really known for having people who are really good with Luigi, and Stephen Abate's probably the best Luigi in the world, and he
in the world.
Yeah. And he went to this tournament, and it's crazy because there hasn't been a Luigi in the top 8 of any big tournament like the Big House in I think this is the first time a tournament this big where Luigi has gotten in the top 8, and so that's what part of well, at least I thought it was so awesome, because I personally had never seen a Luigi make it that far in any tournament before. So
when you say a Luigi's not the best or strongest character, so they actually have attributes that make them better than another. So
yeah, in the game.
Is Mario the best?
No, Mario's actually lower tier than Luigi.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always picked Mario because I thought he was the best.
Yeah, actually one of the best characters is Peach, Princess Peach.
Go figure. It's
yeah.
the ladies.
Yeah.
It's the ladies.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the better characters, and I actually play.
I was gonna say, have you been in any of these tournaments? Can we see you up in those games someday?
No, probably not. I'm really bad at Melee. I actually played the first week I was interviewing people. I played against one of them. He was just a random guy. And he absolutely stomped me. I always thought I was good at Smash, and then when you actually meet these players and play against them, you're just it's a very humbling experience. You're just wow, I am really bad at this game. But they're all really nice, and they're all really helpful about getting people to get better at the game. So yeah.
That sounds great. And make sure you guys check out his documentary, and I hope yours is a smash hit. Thank you for joining us. And thanks for stopping by. And the Penguins are on the other side of the country. How they fared in the first of a 4-game road trip coming up after the break.
Here at the Pioneers sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I had a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean a
Can you
question?
just, like,
It's always a
answer me
question.
what's
It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine.
Blaine.
Blaine! Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
After a few tough losses last week, the Pittsburgh Penguins hit the road and went over to the fun and the sun in California.
To find out if they picked up anything besides a tan, we have Phil Kapoor with sports.
Thanks, ladies. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in the midst of their second West Coast swing of the season. The Pens started their trip with a visit to San Jose this past Tuesday. Going to San Jose has been a nightmare for the Penguins because before last Tuesday's game, the black and gold had not been victorious in San Jose since 1997. The line of Evgeny Malkin, Phil Kessel, and David Perron put a stop to that streak with a 5-1 victory. Each player on the line recorded at least one goal en route to the victory. Following that game, the Pens had a few days to enjoy the fun in the sun before they returned to play the Los Angeles Kings and Anaheim Ducks this past weekend. They end their last West Coast trip with a stop in Colorado to play the Avalanche, Wednesday night. The Pittsburgh Steelers, coming off of their bye, traveled to the Emerald City last Sunday to face the Seattle Seahawks. The Steelers came up short in the game, losing by a score of 39-30, despite a career game from Marcus Wheaton and Ben Roethlisberger, who threw for over 400 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. To add injury to insult in this case, Roethlisberger suffered what appeared to be concussion-like symptoms in the fourth quarter when he received a hit to the head by Seahawk Michael Bennett. The Steelers hosted the recently hot Indianapolis Colts, now led by longtime Seahawk Matt Hasselbeck yesterday, and they'll travel to Cincinnati to face the first-place Bengals next week. Will anyone ever be able to beat the Golden State Warriors? The defending NBA champions are off to a 20-0 start to their season after beating the Charlotte Hornets last Wednesday night. The offensively charged Warriors are in the midst of a 7-game road trip before they return home to face the Phoenix Suns. At that point, Golden State would be 25-0. They still have a ways to go before they reach the 1971-72 Lakers, who started the season with 33 wins. It looks like we will know for sure if the city of Los Angeles will be getting an NFL franchise by next month. The league appears to be heading towards a vote on the LA situation when they meet January 12th and 13th in Houston. There are currently 3 teams that are vying to make the move to Los Angeles: the San Diego Chargers, the St. Louis Rams, and the Oakland Raiders. Now with a story about something that took place at Heinz Field besides a football game, let's go to Brittany at the couch.
A man was revived at Heinz Field after going 20 minutes without a heartbeat or pulse. The 50-year-old man, who has yet to be publicly identified, went into cardiac arrest, and fellow employees immediately began to perform CPR on him. Paramedics arrived on the scene and used an automated external defibrillator, helping him to regain a pulse and begin breathing again. One of the paramedics said, quote, "I'm not really used to having to explain to someone that you didn't have a heart rate there for 20 minutes. But it was amazing that we got him back talking and he was able to answer all of our questions in the ambulance," end quote.
An Allegheny County correctional officer is in jail facing felony charges. 34-year-old Joshua Weber showed up for work last Wednesday, and instead of starting his normal workday, he was arrested. According to a criminal complaint, Reber had sexual relations with 2 of the inmates in Pod 4D in the county jail. Allegedly, Reber revealed to one of the inmates personal details concerning his marriage and kids and even continued the relationship after her release. The other inmate admitted to performing oral sex on Reber. Reber has been terminated from his position and has been under a full investigation.
A local barber shop was the target of a hate crime last week. Employees of VIP Styles, located in downtown Pittsburgh, arrived to open the shop when they found signs with racial slurs and threats taped to the window. The owner of the barber shop expressed his anguish but stands firm and says they will not be moved. Instead, he says racism is everywhere and they will continue business as normal. According to officials, street cameras could assist in finding the culprit.
Another week, and unfortunately, we have to talk about another mass shooting.
With more information on the victims and where it took place, let's go to Gina DiGiorgio with national and international news.
A shooting happened at Inland Regional Center, a facility for people with developmental disabilities in San Bernardino, California. There have been up to 20 victims and up to 3 suspects are being sought. Witnesses told police they saw 3 men with long rifles. The source said the suspects got into a black SUV and drove away. The center's Facebook page says it employs nearly 670 staff members and its facilities in San Bernardino and Riverside counties, providing service to more than 30,200 people. An unsettling mystery was washed up on Japan's shores. Over the past 2 months, at least 12 boats have been found adrift or on the coast carrying decaying bodies of 22 people, police and Japan's Coast Guard said. All of the bodies were decomposing. 2 were found without heads, and 1 boat contained 6 skulls. The best guess so far is that the ships are from North Korea. Korean lettering was found on a boat containing 10 decomposing bodies. The writing said Korean People's Army, the name of North Korea's military defense forces, the Coast Guard said. Facebook co-founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is celebrating the birth of his new daughter by pledging to give away 99% of his Facebook shares. Money from the shares, currently valued at $45 billion, will go to projects and charities that advance human potential and promote equality. Zuckerberg and his wife, Dr. Priscilla Chan, announced their plan on Tuesday in an open letter to their new daughter, Maxima Chan Zuckerberg. Actress Sandra Bullock has added a new member to her famous family. After months of rumors of a second child, the Oscar-winning actress has adopted Layla, a 3-year-old girl who was found in foster care in Louisiana. Bullock told People magazine, quote, "When I look at Layla, there's no doubt in my mind she was supposed to be here," end quote. Bullock told People. Bullock hopes to raise more awareness for over 400,000 children currently in foster care. Now back to Brittany and Alexis at the couch.
Thanks, Gina. And this is a time of year where you cannot get away from it. It's in the mall, it's on the radio, and what is it? Christmas songs. It is everywhere.
And after the break, see if some of the stuff here at UView can identify some holiday classics.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words. that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
With Hanukkah starting yesterday and Christmas only a couple weeks away, it's the time of year to rock out to some holiday classics.
We brought in some of our friends here at UView to see if they can identify some holiday songs. We will play the first 10 seconds of the song, then whoever thinks they know it, and you better know it, has to raise their hand out and say the song, but also continue singing the song, so you have to know the lyrics.
Yes. You have to, make sure you sing. Sing. And the winner will be whoever cannot just identify the song but can also sing along. Let's go ahead and get started with song number 1. Let's watch them see. Aubrey, Phil.
Team Poopin' back here.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows like a light bulb.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call
him names.
They got it. You guys definitely get a point. Great team effort.
But I love the way he stepped in and helped her. Okay?
That was precious.
That was awesome. All right, let's go on to the next song.
So, number 2.
Whoa! Alumni.
Was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say, but the children know he could laugh and play just the same as you and me.
Great job!
Woo!
You guys get a point as well.
Bam!
1 point for Team Alumni. We have 1 point for Team Poopin' and 1 team for Team Alumni.
Song number 3.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell ring and jingle bells sing. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. At the Jingle Bell Air. Oh, right time is the bright time. I'll raise your property taxes right away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh.
I always think about Mean Girls when that song. All I can think about is Mean Girls. All I see is okay. But anyhow,
number 4.
The next song.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking way up on the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with the toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. All I want for Christmas is you.
We still have one more left, even though they're 3-0. How about you guys? Let's one of the other teams. You guys already won.
I thought this was a contest.
You guys already won. You did win.
This is
You already won. We just let some of the other teams at least try for the last
Good job,
one.
Team Alumni.
Congrats.
We see what they've been doing on their off time.
Yes. But actually. All right, number 5.
I don't know the lyrics. For Hanukkah. That's all I know. That's all I know. No. It's not the dreidel song. Oh, I was going to go with that one.
is a festival of lights. Instead of one night, we got 8 crazy nights.
Where's Adam Sandler? We need him.
Yeah. You said you were gonna sing it with me.
I don't know the one. Well, neither do I.
Such a great game. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
playing. Thank you guys for being here this semester.
Team alumni, thank you for coming back to play.
Yes, and
We
congratulations.
appreciate
You're
it.
about to join the ranks of
I
Team
am.
Alumni.
We're about to lose her.
I know.
Thanks for participating, guys, and hopefully that put you in a little more of a holiday spirit. That's the end of another semester here at Daybreak. We want to thank everyone who has helped us make this another great semester. And of course, a special thanks to my co-host, Alexis Adam, who is graduating and moving on to bigger and better things.
Well, thank you. Thank you. No, but seriously, I just want to take the time to thank everybody here at UView. Didn't think I would really cry, but I transferred in the middle of a semester, and you guys were the kindest people. I didn't feel like a stranger. I felt like family. So thank you all for taking your time to help me with my packages or doing something for the catch. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the producers for picking me. Okay, this semester, it was an awesome opportunity. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And so before I mess anything up, because none of this is waterproof, I want to bring on who's going to be my replacement, Mr. Blaine King.
Thanks, Alexis.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I won't be able to
All hail the
replace you,
king.
but thanks so much.
I mean, if you want these shoes, no, I'm just
Maybe.
Pull them off. We'll talk.
We'll talk later.
But thank you guys again for such a great semester. We also have Gina DiGiorgio graduating and Sam DiGregorio. We're going to miss you guys so much. And from everyone here at UView to all of you watching at home, we hope that you all have a great holiday season, and we will see you again in January.